I want to start today with a little visualization exercise.
Okay.
It's something I was playing with this morning, and it really sets the scene for what we're exploring. So if you're not, driving or something, maybe just close your eyes for a second.
Got it.
And just try to imagine that feeling you get in a really good yoga class. Or maybe when you're deep in meditation.
That state where the mental chatter finally shuts up.
Exactly that deep internal awareness. The noise of the world just kind of fades. You feel your feet on the ground, your breath. You're just centered. It's peace.
That inner harmony everyone's chasing is what it's all about.
Right. So hold that feeling. Now imagine taking that exact state, that calm, that presence, and putting it into motion. But not just by yourself on a mat. Imagine moving in sync with another person. No words, no planning, just flowing together.
That's a beautiful image. And I think for a lot of people, that's the dream, isn't it? To be understood without having to say a thing.
It is. But here's the problem. And I think so many of our listeners, especially those into mindfulness or yoga, are going to feel this one. You crave that connection. So you think, okay, I'll sign up for a partner dance class, salsa, bachata, whatever.
That's the logical next step.
You show up ready for this, like spiritual experience, and bam, you're in math class.
Oh, it becomes geometry almost immediately.
It really does. It's all foot at 45 degrees, spin on count 3, hold your arm like this.
And don't forget to smile and look sexy while you're doing all that mental math.
God, yes. The pressure to perform while you're just trying to remember if it's a left or a right turn, it becomes all about the performance. It feels superficial.
Completely. It's so technical. And that's a huge frustration. People want the feeling of connection. But the very thing they're choosing, traditional social dance, is so often taught as a performance first. It's about how it looks.
Right, not how it feels.
But there is a bridge. There's a way to take that yoga on the mat feeling and actually bring it onto a dance floor without losing any of that depth.
And that bridge is exactly what we're unpacking today. We're looking at a style of movement called ZOUK.
Pronounced ZOUK, exactly, like book or look.
And specifically, we're looking at the methodology of the ZOUK Malmö Dance School. Because their whole approach just flips the script on what a dance class is supposed to be. They aren't trying to make you a performer.
No, not at all. They're doing something pretty radical, actually. Their core philosophy isn't about how many moves you know. It's about something they call somatic deepening.
Okay, I have to pause you there. Somatic deepening. That's a big term.
It is.
It sounds a little clinical, maybe? Somatic is one of those words that's everywhere now. What does it actually mean in this context?
You're right. It is a bit of a buzzword, so let's just ground it. Soma simply means the body, but somatic refers to experiencing the body from within.
Okay.
So looking your hand in a mirror and thinking, that looks nice, that's external. Somatic is closing your eyes and feeling the pulse in your fingers, the weight of the bone, the air on your skin.
So it's the difference between how I look and how I feel.
Precisely. And in traditional dance, we're obsessed with the mirror, with do I look right? That puts your nervous system on high alert. You're judging yourself. ZOUK Malmö's approach is about dropping that judgment and just tracking the sensation inside.
And to really get this shift, I saw a review from one of their students, a woman named Lucretia. I think she nailed it.
Oh, Lucretia's review is perfect, yes.
She wrote, "It's like a mixture of yoga and dance where the feeling is in focus."
Where the feeling is in focus. I mean, that's everything. That's the key. In a typical class, the focus is on the mechanics.
Yeah.
Did you do the step? In their method, you trade those mechanical steps for what they call somatic tools.
But I have to play devil's advocate for a second. If everyone's just, focusing inward and feeling their feelings, doesn't it all just become a chaotic mess?
The million-dollar question.
I mean, dance needs structure, right? How do we not just bump into each other?
And that's the magic of ZOUK. It's not just everyone doing their own thing. It's described as meditation in motion, but it's a shared meditation.
Yeah.
The structure is there, but it's based on physics and connection, not just memorized steps.
So the connection itself provides the structure.
Exactly. It's a real-time conversation. It's not I lead, you follow like a command. It's I feel you, you feel me, now let's go.
That sounds incredibly freeing because I think a lot of us have what I call jukebox anxiety when it comes to partner dance.
Oh, the jukebox anxiety. Please explain that because I think every lead listening knows exactly what you mean.
Okay, so the leads, often men, but not always. You're on the floor and you feel like a jukebox. You have to keep playing new songs, new moves, Or your partner will get bored. You're sweating, thinking, okay, did the turn, did the dip, now what? Do I repeat the turn? Is she bored?
It is so stressful. It's mental exhaustion. You're always planning 3 steps ahead, which means you're never actually in the moment. And ZOUK Malmö's material calls this out directly. They talk about leads being tired of repeating the same boring patterns.
So how do they fix the jukebox problem?
They do the opposite of just giving you more patterns. They teach you to move beyond moves. The founder, David Kay, teaches a leads to lead with energy, with intention.
Leading with energy, what does that actually look like?
It means instead of just, pushing your partner into a spin with your arm, you use your breath. You use the transfer of your own weight. If your intention is clear and your energy is grounded, just breathing together and taking one step can feel more profound than some crazy, complex move.
So you don't have to be a choreographer, you just have to be present.
You just have to be a clear conduit for the music. And this solves a massive problem for the followers, too.
The guessing game.
The guessing game. Tired of guessing what comes next. That's their other big pain point. In so many classes, followers are just taught to be passive. Wait for him to move you.
Be a rag doll.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you don't know what's coming, you freeze up or you stumble and you feel like you're failing a test when you're just trying to have fun. The ZOUK Malmö method empowers followers to find their own flow, to maintain their own balance while still being responsive. You're not a puppet. You're listening.
It sounds like it requires a lot less thinking.
It requires sensing. Which brings us to a really interesting point. I think a lot of listeners might hear all this and think, yeah, that sounds great, but I can't dance 2 left feet.
The classic objection. Or, on the flip side, you get the really good salsa dancers who think, well, this sounds a bit slow for me.
Right. But here's the fascinating part. According to ZOUK Malmö, having 0 dance experience is actually an advantage.
Wait, really? How is knowing nothing an advantage?
Because you have a clean slate.
Yeah.
You don't have to unlearn all the bad habits. You don't have to unlearn the rigid performative mindset or the mechanical 1, 2, 3 counting that kills the whole feeling. You start from day 1 learning to listen to your body.
You skip the robot phase.
You skip the robot phase entirely. No dance experience required. That's a huge thing. So if you're a total beginner or a yogi who's never set foot in a studio, you are the perfect candidate.
And for the experienced dancers.
For them, this is the deepening. They might not even know they're missing. It's about getting back to the essence of connection.
I want to dig into that methodology more, because connection is a word we throw around a lot, but nobody ever tells you how to do it.
Right. They just say connect more.
Yeah.
And ZOUK Malmö has a system. They even pose this question in their material. What if one day could rewire how you connect with others without saying a single word?
That's a big promise. How do they teach that?
They use a framework of 4 pillars.
Okay, let's walk through them. Pillar number 1.
The first is that somatic deepening we talked about. But in practice, it's a guided journey. Before you connect with a partner, you have to be at home in your own body.
Makes sense. You can't hold space for someone else if you're not in your own space first.
Immediately. Your anxiety travels right through your hands. So pillar 1 is fixing your own frequency. Pillar 2 is intuitive movement.
Intuitive movement.
It's about sensing movement from the inside out. It's what makes the dance fluid organic, like water, not like a series of still photos.
I love that. Moving like water versus a flip book.
Exactly. Then pillar 3 is technical mastery.
Ah, so there is technique. I thought we were just feeling our feelings.
Oh, absolutely. But it's the physics of softness, how to give and accept weight, how 2 bodies can move as one without force. The technique is there to serve the feeling, not the other way around.
Beautifully put. And the 4th pillar.
The magic of connection. These are specific partner drills that build trust and presence. It's where the rewiring happens. And it's all built on the idea that you are enough just as you are.
I love that phrase from their description. It really speaks to the vibe. It doesn't sound like one of those competitive studios.
Not at all. David Kay has worked hard to make ZOUK Malmö a warm, supportive space, a safe haven. It's a community, not a competition. And that's crucial because this work can be vulnerable.
Totally. And that brings us to how people can actually experience this. Because if you're listening and thinking, okay, I need this, but you're not ready for a whole semester, there's a way in, right?
There is. They have the ZOUK Sensual and Flow Bootcamp coming up.
Bootcamp sounds a little intense for all this talk of softness.
It does, doesn't it? And they actually describe it as having a distinct retreat feeling. The subtitle is The Art of Connection. It's designed to be an immersion.
Retreat feels much better. So what are the details for someone who wants to dive in?
It's coming up on Saturday, February 28th. It's a 3-hour immersion from 3 in the afternoon to 6. So 15:00 to 18:00.
3 hours is a good amount of time, long enough to really drop in and shift your state.
Exactly. It's happening at Undemans, room 11, right in Malmö.
And what's the investment for this mini retreat?
It is 400 SEK, which for a 3-hour guided workshop like this is incredibly accessible.
That is very reasonable, but I saw something about availability that's really important. This isn't a huge event, is it?
No, and this goes right back to that safe haven philosophy. To keep it intimate and personal, they limit it to only 20 spots.
Only 20. Wow.
Only 20. And it's first come, first served.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
You can't build that kind of trust in a giant group, so if this is resonating with you, you probably can't wait on it.
No, these tend to fill up.
And the big question everyone always has, do I need a partner? Because trying to convince a friend to come can be like pulling teeth.
You absolutely do not need a partner. In fact, they encourage coming solo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they rotate partners throughout the session. It's part of the learning. You learn that connection is a skill you can have with anyone, not just one person.
That takes so much pressure off.
It really does. And it circles back to that core idea, as they say to ZOUK Malmö. We dance not to impress, but to feel, to listen, to meet each other.
It's powerful. It's taking that solitary peace you find in meditation and making it a shared language.
Imagine it again. That connection, grounded and centered, communicating without a single word. They describe it as a connection that is both grounded and heavenly beautiful.
I think we could all use a little more of that in our lives right now.
Absolutely.
So here's the actionable step. If you want to experience somatic dance for real, not just hear about it, but actually feel it.
You can read more about the whole methodology and, most importantly, secure one of those 20 spots at ZOUKMalmo.com. That's ZOUKMALMO.com.
ZOUKMalmo.com. And even if you can't make that specific boot camp, go to the site anyway. There's a link to their community WhatsApp group.
That's right. It's a great way to just get a feel for the community, that warm, supportive space they talk about.
Don't just settle for superficial movement. Go find that depth.
Go let your inner universe create some magic.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
See you on the floor.